Oh my god, we're on the internet.
Hello.
Hello, internet. I have one dark side, by the way.
How dare you? Video intro, go!
I have 3 light.
I don't know. I made a title. I might change it later. Don't look in that. Into it. I literally almost typed out, "Here, have a title."
Do it.
One of these days, I probably will. But that day is not the day. So,
Oh, and I will roll my cool.
last time you guys successfully infiltrated and destroyed, at least part of it, an Imperial base on Kashyyyk. Saved a
And
bunch of
we
Wookiees.
got a lot of hostages out.
You didn't take any hostages. You did save
No,
a
we
bunch
got
of
a
Wookiees.
lot of hostages out.
Yeah.
And I mixed that up with prisoners.
There you
We got
go.
prisoners out. That's on me.
Taking hostages,
That's
much
on
different
me.
story.
Hey, Bubbles,
Yes.
can you delete all of these?
No, that's impossible. I'm unable to do that. As the person in control of the room, I have limited finite power.
Cast them into the void.
Nah, just delete them. Send them into the Shadow Realm, Jimbo.
I rolled my discipline and I was like, that doesn't seem right. That
I
seems
like
like
it.
way too many.
Pretty sure you just lost a die to the void.
Oh, there, I see. He's back. Good.
Okay. So, upon leaving, I feel like I should remind you that your puddle jumper you left sitting in the branches as you guys flew away. However, it did have some issues that its landing gear is now essentially like stuck in the on position at this point. Kind of fucked up. That's just a point to remind
We do
you
have a
guys.
button for it.
You have a button for it. So I guess first off, with all these Wookiees as you are escaping, where the fuck do you guys are going?
Base. No, I'm
The
just
big
kidding.
tree base.
You're gonna go back to the big tree base? I don't understand. Do you mean the
Where
fishing
else
village?
are we gonna go? I mean, we could
Yeah,
go
the
there.
fishing
Yeah.
village.
Yeah.
You guys pull back up to the fishing village. Awkwardly enough, you actually see Libby and Ezekiel just like waiting on the shore. These guys land, and the Wookiees who have now essentially released themselves and are mostly in the happy to not be prisoners anymore celebration as they kind of stream out of your ship.
I put my armor back on.
Okay. You guys can go ahead and heal, at the very least, all of your strain.
Woot. That's right. That's why my stern was so low. I didn't have the armor for a while.
Alright.
Oh,
What
we
else
got
would
out.
you like to do? Again, most of the Wookiees have now taken to the shore and are just, kind of hugging it out right now.
Is this not their village?
No, it's absolutely their village, or at least some of them, it is their village. Others are transplants from other villages that were caught and brought to this one camp. So this isn't necessarily their village, but they're still of a different
They're happy
tribe
to be free.
and happy to no longer be in Imperial shackles.
That is a fair point.
Woo! I just got out of prison. Yeah! Woo! This isn't my home. but I'm still out of prison. Not a slave dance. Mm, 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 mm.
Yes,
The
I
Empire.
imagine there's one Wookiee who's like, "Excuse me, this isn't my village. Take me home right now."
Dude gets just chucked into the water.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that big guy would do it. He is very big.
He's very big. In fact, him basically getting out of the ship and whatnot, and he's looking around. He gathers a small, like, what looks like a nuclear-style family unit of other Wookiees around him. And he's proceeding to talk to them, hug them, and, you know, be there. At which point, Riker ends up walking off the ship to go talk to him. Did you guys leave Maggie at the tree?
We did leave Maggie at the tree.
Yeah, I just need to refresh myself for that.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I swear, if sister did anything, I'm gonna smack a bitch. Speaking of which, I'm gonna go try to talk to Space Daddy about that.
Okay.
I'm gonna hit the button for the puddle jumper.
Okay. Before you do this, I want you to roll. I don't know. You have a high cunning.
I have a 3 in cunning.
All right, high enough. Roll me a streetwise check or something
Okay.
at a difficulty 2.
Difficulty. Okay. Success and 3 advantages.
You do realize you just ran away. If you call it,
Oh,
they'll know exactly where you are.
yeah.
Hasn't been that
We
long.
gotta leave it behind.
You keep. What you do with it is your choice. I'm just pointing out that if you leave and then you try to beep it right now, they're just gonna follow it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna beep it.
We're gonna be the dicks and beep it when we're leaving. Like in atmosphere.
In low orbit, and
It
just be
just-
like, "Come
Yeah,
on,
low orbit.
come on, shuttle."
Come on, you can do it.
The Imperials found it, locked it up in some fucking warehouse, and just like burst out the top.
I mean, it's got the armor to do that.
I believe
Yeah.
you guys actually did spend some time camouflaging it, and it's not too badly hidden. But anyway, so you can still make that choice. Still press the button to call it. Just wanted to give you that
I
extra
appreciate
bit,
the streetwise
of
check.
knowledge.
I'm not gonna call it.
Okay.
I'm gonna hold off on it.
Okay.
I was gonna say,
Anything- No, go for it.
don't people need medical attention?
Some of them do indeed need some medical attention. Some of them are indeed seriously wounded. Saren has already been seeing to a number of them while he was aboard the ship, and is still seeing to a handful of the most severe cases at the moment. Libby has also taken to going around with what looks like a tea. I say looks like because you know who Libby is, but for all intents and purposes, she's walking around with a small kettle, pouring out a liquid into a cup and handing it to people.
Out of
Some
character, I
nice
think
herbal tea.
some
It'll
nice
soothe
herbal
us
ichor.
and protect against the Reckle plague, but we're not telling them shit about that.
From just the basest of like feelings, you're pretty sure it has no ill effects in terms of just like looking at it from here. That doesn't mean that it does or it doesn't. Just she's not giving off her like normal mad scientist witch in a forest bog routine. She's more just like she's handing out tea. Okay.
I was actually joking that it wasn't that she was giving them the radical plague. I thought she was giving them protections against the plague.
Oh no, I'm perfectly aware of what you meant. You're all right.
Okay, cool.
So anything anyone wants to do here at the moment. Jazz is up on the top of the landing platform, kind of looking down, more just like excited he just pulled off a rescue. Again, Riker is in amongst the crowd along with Libby. Ezekiel is kind of there.
I think I'll go talk with Jazz while Vana talks with the father.
Thorian, is there anything you wish to be doing?
Just taking care of people. The ones that can't walk on their own or whatever.
You walk up to Jazz and he's just himself.
I'm just gonna talk, congratulate him, just basic stuff.
Okay. No, if you wanted anything specific. All right, Vana.
Yeah.
You've found a quiet place to communicate with your space patron.
That's a fair way to call him. Father. Found the daughter.
Ah. You have found her physical location, or just...
How she worded it, a part of her. She's kind of hanging around all the light side of the fonts.
Ah. That would make sense, and it would also make her hard to find.
And also trying to make a new branch of, caretakers that she'll just eventually abandon.
I'm not sure I follow.
I just have the book in my hands. Just like... She's naive about this.
Well, we had caretakers in the past. Other than the mother herself, there were no costs to the caretakers' lives. No malediction or adaptation. At least none that I was aware of.
But there was some frustration at the end there because of the mother.
Ah, well. When you decide to make the leap from mortal being to God.
Oh no, I get that. I don't like her either. It's not her though. It was the rest of them.
What do you mean?
After everything that happened, you guys kind of just left these guys to fizzle out and be at the mercies of the galaxy.
In my...
I know why you did it, but not holding that against you. I'm just... Your daughter is, very naive about how she's trying to make a new branch. She wants to try to make a... Well, apparently there was a plan to make a. How did she word it, Bubs?
Bulwark?
A bulwark against the mother and such. Mind you, I think that failed considering someone magically snagged that bulwark, and who was supposed to be your primary guardian, but like she said you guys planned this?
I had the makings of a plan to make sure, in case of other problems. But as the eons stretched on, it became harder to maintain control over, and I grew tired. There were other things that required my attention at the time.
Sorry, just give me a second here. I got a message from work.
How fucking dare you? No, it's fine.
Why would work message you at a time like this? They don't know what it's like to be a worker.
Don't you know you're having conversations with a god? No, I'm good.
They should respect
Respect
religious
my
rights.
authority.
No, one of our coworkers wasn't feeling good, and everyone made the right decision, being like, "Leave, just leave."
Someone comes in.
Yeah.
Not feeling her. Get the fuck out. Just get the fuck out.
Well, we did the right thing because he tested positive.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
Smart. All well and good.
Good.
And we were all wearing masks.
Dude, I'm surprised I got out of RTX without anything coming in. But anyway.
Nah, it's literally all of us at work already talked about it, but he's just following through. My chef's following through, and it's like, "Yep, nope, we talked about it, chef. We figured that was the plan."
Hmm.
Told him to stay the fuck home, get tested, and wait a week. I will be home testing myself probably tomorrow.
Hmm.
But anyway,
Mm-hmm.
where was I? Yes. Trying to make a bulwark when the entire galaxy is kind of in the hands of the Sith. I get it. I do, Father. It's just she's tried to explain it to her. She just doesn't understand that she can do what she. Pretty positive she can use the fonts to protect him from the mother's influence, but not much she can do against a Trandoshan slaver party or like an Imperial Star Destroyer that just decides to bomb them from orbit.
Wow. That is very true. Hmm. I sense you have other misgivings about her action.
I'm seeing that she is the flip side of her brother. Just on the other end of the spectrum.
At the moment, the balance is shifted. where the sun was indeed the manifestation of the dark side, he is now drained. Not necessarily because of the balance of what is happening in the galaxy, but what the Mother is doing to him. Is poisoned the font, where he draws his power.
Okay, and where is this font?
It is on our homeworld, the place he is banished.
Wait, does that mean the daughters is also being a little twisted?
It could be.
Out of character, did I feel what the daughter did there when she summoned those murder crabs?
Um, you got the impression it is a more powerful version of essentially just animal friendship. Like the force ability to connect to another living individual and essentially ask for favors. They being animals, essentially, she just did that. She didn't summon them out of nowhere. They were still there.
So, like, mind dominated them to attack an Imperial garrison.
Did not dominate them.
I saw you flip all those dark side. No, I'm
You guys
being
were
funny,
working
Bob.
with a larger pool than you thought. Anyway. Yeah, no, she in less mystical and more GM mechanics tools rule whatever verb here. Yeah, she just used
Animal friendship. Just like at a force rating 10.
Yeah. Friend.
Yeah, mind dominate.
Anyway.
There's friend and then there's friend. But I know the mother's got her own minions, her followers, her slaves. I just don't want to drag more people than necessary into this. I get her argument, but she just afraid if one of those Wookiees does something to upset her, it'll be the caretakers all over again.
Vona, if I would have you understand the scale with which you are contending with, do you believe that you alone could stem the tide?
No, that's what makes this worse. I know we're not strong enough on our own to stop her. Hell, we fought an aspect of her, and that was not pleasant.
When you were on Ryloth, did you feel that you alone could defeat the Emperor?
No. I know. I'm just.
If from
this.
what you are telling me, he's asking that these Wookiees defend their home from a being who only wants to see it destroyed.
In the very basic sense, she also wants to use part of them as a substitute as her for what. Using some of these Wookiees as a substitute for her so she can focus on other fonts.
That is not going. It will not harm them.
Oh no, I know that. It's.
Lay bare your fears.
He is literally the aspect of justice is blind. It's not all black and white. There's grays. There's balance. I'm afraid she doesn't understand how that works. The mother is not the only one at play. Yes, they'll protect it against the mother's forces, but others might see it as a move against the Galactic Order.
You believe everything will be thrown out of balance again.
Yes. Like, what's going on here is, from what I've seen, is not great. Reminds me of Ryloth. It's... But they're not being slaughtered in droves. I also do find it an odd coincidence that the linchpin for this bulwark got snagged. Hell, where did we pick up Maggie and Riker again? Nar Shaddaa?
Are you asking the out of game, or are you asking the father?
Out of game.
Okay.
Sorry, out of game.
No, it's fine. Out of game, you acquired them in a trade with the other group during the crossover event.
Right.
Crash, being of the mind that he could not facilitate transporting these Wookiees back to Kashyyyk, gave them to you to do essentially whatever you wanted to. You guys adopted them into your crew family. I don't know what to call that. And you have since had them aboard your ship, both Riker and Maggie, who you gave names to, because up until then they didn't have names.
And they never told us where they got them from.
I believe they did inform you that they picked them up from it was a slave colony in the Karthik sector, one that they had visited, one of the planets you guys just hadn't gone to.
Okay.
It wasn't on your delivery list,
Yeah.
so that is where where they acquired Riker and Maggie. I guess side story, they acquired them to pose as a handoff trade to Hojo in the Karthik sector for that Imperial base that got destroyed, because they were being like, oh, we're bringing you test subjects. But then...
Oh, that would have been terrible if that failed.
but then at the last moment, killed that Hojo, and then escaped, losing Crash in the process. Crash died, and the base was bombarded from orbit by a Star Destroyer. So that's where Riker and Maggie came from. I believe you guys actually met as they were en route to that mission. So you guys took Maggie and Riker before they were ever there. But that was essentially what they were originally acquired for. It was a ruse.
Gotcha.
I just noticed the chat.
What's up?
Someone actually responded in the chat. We have someone who said, hot take, Anakin brought balance to the Force. I don't disagree with this. That's a
He did it twice.
fair point.
But I mean, we're after he did it the first time, but
Right.
before he did it the second time.
Correct.
He brought balance. Palpatine knocked it out whack again, and then he brought balance again.
So
Yeah, sounds about right. Moving forward.
So
Moving
back
forward.
back to this. Your conversation with the father in your meditative state aboard your ship in the fishing village on Kashyyyk.
I get it. I do. I'm just.
There is another force that acts amongst the greater force itself. The whims. Something that are akin to just nature. I'm a representation of the balance between the light and the dark. They are a representation of all that pulls it. Not good, not evil. If she was taken for a reason. Perhaps because she was taken, the Inquisitress did not find her. Then delivered to you, delivered back here. I apologize, my normally omniscient knowledge grows smaller.
No. I get it. Just this is something I need to talk to Maggie about. Thank you, Father.
Travel well.
Of course.
Just to be clear, I'm not always going to be like, may the force be with you, because that's
A Jedi
weird.
thing.
It's a Jedi. It's specifically a Jedi thing. And he's not a Jedi. He's a force entity. So
Me too.
you're getting there. Anyway,
Ugh.
Vana, the new force entity. Now with karate chopping action. I'm sorry.
Should I put in a cheesy
I'm sorry.
90s music track behind that?
Only comes with one eye.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Second eyes hold separately.
Second eyes hold separately. The
Batteries
prequel
not
version
included.
of Vana, anyway. Book 1 Vana has 2 eyes.
Second eye included with Libby Pack.
Oh, goodness. Alright. You've had your conversation with the father. You are again, find yourself back in just one of the spare rooms aboard your ship. Is there anything else, Thorian, Ompak, that you would like to do at this time?
Can I have my money?
As a out-of-game mechanical effect? Yes. Yes, you can. Yep.
Ah,
Just gonna tune my gun a little bit. Nothing hugely important.
Okay.
what did we need to do? We found.
I think we found all
Maggie?
the Wookiees, and now we just need to go back to that temple.
At this point, you guys have rescued the Wookiees. The Wookiees who are part of this village are taking back
Yeah.
to their homes, are kind of grabbing what they can. You get the impression that they are preparing to leave this fishing village, as clearly it is not safe. um, those who are not of the village seem to be helping in whatever manner they are capable, and such and so forth. So, at this point, you have not spoken to any of them. Um, the large Wookiee, however, does. He's busy, but he stays kind of in a like a waiting position to see if you guys are actually going to approach or talk to him, but he's still delegating shit.
And this is Maggie's clan.
And Rikers, yeah.
I thought they're from different clans.
They're from different families. Same clan.
Oh, okay.
Tribe. Village.
Yeah.
Same
Yeah,
village. What would you guys like to do?
Well, shall we head back to Maggie?
Oh. Yeah.
You said the village chief looks like he's kind of half waiting.
He's
us.
yeah, he's there if you want to talk to him, but he's like, obviously also kind of setting about an exodus here, so in the middle of a lot of things. But if you want to talk to him, he's available.
Well, if we do this thing with Maggie, they can't leave.
You guys go talk with Maggie. I'm gonna check in village chief, and we'll meet back up. Sound good?
Kind of a walk, my dude.
That's very true. We should still probably check in with the chief before we take off.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. The tree and the village are separate places, aren't they?
They are in separate places.
Yeah. I forgot we left Maggie at the tree. That's on me. I'm sorry.
I mean,
I forgot they were separate places.
left Maggie at a tree with an infinitely powerful force entity? But regardless.
And the rest of our group.
The rest of who? You took everyone with you.
What about Carr?
Did he go?
And Ezekiel.
He did not.
I was like, I think he's just aboard the ship.
No, we left them there to protect her.
Okay. You left Carr there to protect her.
Okay.
So, what are you guys doing? You guys are doing a lot of thinking and like side conversation meeting, but what are you guys doing?
We're going to, well, at least I'm going to go talk to the village chief. Is anybody coming with me before we go see Maggie?
I mean, I'm probably still talking to Space Daddy at this point, so.
He had a nice long conversation with Jazz and cleaned his gun.
True.
I was not doing a whole ton of stuff.
Fair enough. I guess I'll go with you.
I will as well. For moral support.
Okay. You guys walk up to the only Wookiee that stands out amongst Wookiees in terms of height. He's occasionally, grunting and roaring and talking to the various Wookiees around the village. Riker has not left his side at the moment.
As we're going up, start to Vanna, like, man, you weren't kidding. He is huge.
Yeah, I mean, it's also weird that Dorian's kind of like trying to puff himself up too. Notice that?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I think it's just a problem. I wouldn't worry too much about it unless it gets in the way.
I got hit by 4 rockets. I'm trying to stretch my back out. I have a kink in it.
That's true. How is your back, by the way?
Broken from all the
Okay.
carrying he's have to do.
Pain.
All right.
So Chief, essentially translation here, Wookiee translation, because I'm not going to just the entire time. Welcome, warriors and saviors. How may I be of assistance to you?
I just point at Jazz.
What of the noodle?
You wanted to talk to him.
You mean you point to Ompak?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I thought you meant Jazz. So I was like, what
I
of
was
the noodle man?
baffled. I mean, he's not wrong. I am still a noodle guy.
Yeah, but he doesn't know Jazz from a stick in the mud. You were at least there fighting. He notices
That's true.
respects you as a warrior, as someone who came in and saved his people.
Well, Jazz was still a pilot, but that's separate.
Never met him.
Just just wanted to check in on your tribe, and but he's settling in.
He takes a moment and kind of looks at Riker, and then looks back at him. This is not my tribe. He uses the phrase of like possessing. This is my tribe as a family. The chieftain is long gone. I am the champion.
Regardless, it appears you've become the de facto leader.
A lot of them are scared. It is my job to stand in the way.
The leader does. How are you doing? How are you holding up?
Joy, pain in equal measure.
That's fair. That's fair. We're going to be heading out to another location, not an Imperial location, but another location here soon. Is there anything you need from us before we take off?
There is more that we owe you than you owe us. If you need anything from us, you let me know.
Out of character. What time is it right now?
It's getting close to sunset, like afternoon into early evening. The sun has set over the canopy, and you can no longer see it, but you can still kind of see the orange glow in the sky.
Can we see some stars out?
There's a few stars. Yeah.
I'm gonna point to the stars really quick and go. There's a lot of lights, stars that are inhabited. My dad was a trader. He took me along, and one time when I was being a bit rebellious, he told me, out there in the stars, there is a lot of people. And almost guaranteed, upon those billions of stars and those hundreds of billions of people, there's going to be someone who needs your help. You don't owe us anything. But if you need a hand, we're going to be there for you. Okay?
He extends his
we're leaving-
massive arm towards you.
Oh, God.
He's just waiting for you to shake your hand. Ompak, you were tiny to this guy, alright?
Take to your forearm is more like it.
Yeah. I will shake his hand and say, if you need us before we get there, Noodle Man over there is great at communication and handling the guns on the ship. He's actually really great at that. Let us know.
He nods.
All right, that's all I want to do. You want to get out of here, guys?
Sure, where are they going?
We will.
To the tree.
Where are we going, or where are you guys going?
Where are they going?
We'll be looking to make a new sanctuary, a place that is safe. Clearly here is not that, and the Trandoshan hunting parties do not venture into the deeper forests. I'm sure we can find a place.
That tree's technically Wookiee sacred ground, right?
Yes.
And we found the
Asking
map
is
to it
telling.
in the office, right? Well, the chieftain's office.
Yeah, kind of. Maggie and Riker did a lot of helping and leading. But yes, the map did help as well.
Did Riker mention the sanctuary for this settlement?
I'm sorry, what? I totally blanked there. What?
Did Riker talk about the tree with this Wookiee?
Yeah, everyone in this village knows about the tree.
You guys gonna set up there or somewhere else? 'Cause I know it's...
I had not considered using the sacred tree as a place for living. It wouldn't be the worst, but it wouldn't be the best either.
That is where we're heading next, if it's at least close.
It would be temporary shelter at least away from the coast.
I'll have everyone pack their things if you would take us there.
Of course.
Absolutely.
So, no, you're welcome to say anything. I was just gonna move the scene along.
Oh, we're just gonna wait around till they finish packing and walk them there?
You can walk them there, you can put them in your ship and fly it there. It's up to you guys.
Was there a place to land the big ship?
No, but your ship could probably be made buoyant enough
We
to
can at least
float.
get most of the way there.
True.
There is a hole in the canopy there, so your ship can fly in there. The area around it is large enough that you could probably find a spot to put the ship down. Close enough-ish.
We could just throw them out. There's water. They'll be fine.
Okay. You gather up the Wookiees, their few possessions that they choose to take, load them back on your ship, and you fly back to the tree. Getting back to the tree, you see that Carr is nowhere in sight. You don't see Maggie either. You do see a number of dead stormtroopers. As you guys come out, you do see that Carr comes out from a hiding spot he was apparently in, and he looks a little more banged up, but for the most part fine.
What happened?
I mean, they came back, kicked their ass. They're just fucking stormtroopers. You notice that he's still healing from like a broken arm.
What? He's fine. We have Bacta. What? Why isn't he out using the Bacta?
He hasn't had time.
We had a whole
mean,
week flying here.
Wait, his arm is still broken from the last place we were at, Onderon?
He's healing from a broken arm. His arm is still tender.
Oh, he got it while we were away.
Yeah. Well, not no, no, like
Okay.
broken arm on Onderon, healing, and then his arm is still not 100%. It
When
takes
did he
time.
break his arm?
Healing takes time. Onderon,
Well,
that hurt.
kind of got his ass kicked on Bothawai, then
That too.
kind of got his ass kicked on Onderon,
I don't know, man.
and
Shit happens. He's hurt. He's fine now.
Yeah, no, I'm
Mostly
with
fine.
Fauna here. Get in the back to tank. We're here now.
Right, okay. I'm
Go,
just.
go, shoot, 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 shoot. To the back to tank with you. We love you. Kisses.
you're not his dad.
No, I'm not.
That's Thorian.
No.
So Maggie is.
Oh, you're
clearly-
talking to Car. I thought you were talking to.
That was Car.
Gotcha.
was Car.
was Car.
I missed. I thought you were talking to Jazz.
No, Car.
It's like, why was he flying the ship with a broken arm?
This was Car. You guys have now flown back. Car was waiting for you, or he was waiting for an ambush. But seeing as it's you guys, he's not going to ambush you. So
I think the Wookiees are taking whatever guns they have.
they are taking over some. Yeah, they look over the things. They also just kind of throw the bodies into the water that surrounds this large, massive tree in the center.
Okay.
Maggie comes out and kind of starts looking through the Wookiees to see, but after probably like 10 minutes or so, she doesn't seem to have seen who she was looking for.
Looking for someone?
In sad Wookiee noises, was looking for my father. But I
Ah.
guess he's not among the prisoners.
Was there any other facilities that these Wookiees knew about, or was that the only one they were aware of?
That's the only one they were aware of. They were trapped by Trandoshans. They
Yeah.
got brought to the Imperial prison for selling to slave labor and eventually shipping them off somewhere else.
I know some of them did not come from that village, but did a good portion of them come from that village?
A good portion of them came from Maggie Village, yes.
Okay.
Hey, Maggie, we
Hmm.
need to talk a bit.
Okay.
I'll pull her aside and explain pretty much everything about the mother, father, and what the daughter plan is here.
Are you going to tell her everything, or are you just going to...
That, and I'll, don't want to say cheese it a bit, but I'll also allow her walk through some of my memories with the conversations with all of the above,
Okay.
just to speed it along.
Is there anything else anyone else would like to be doing at this time? Just polling the room. Cool.
I've got nothing.
Yeah, it's fine. So you're saying I would keep this mother from getting here? I would keep her from my planet? From my
Her
home?
directly and some of her more directly influenced agents. You've already know my stance on a few of these things. There is not there's a fair amount of danger involved.
Why is there not?
Yeah. Just laying it all out for Maggie.
Yeah.
This is your call, though, Maggie. I gave my opinion on the matter, but this is all your choice.
You are afraid I would be stuck here, that I would die, or that I would burn out like Ezekiel.
Among other things. Not gonna lie, I haven't actually studied much of the fonts, and I've only just started scratching the theoretical stuff with Ezekiel. Mostly my concern is about the Mortis.
You don't trust them.
I trust them. It's mentioned this several times. The father understands this. There's a little
I will say,
disconnect.
while you were having this conversation, she's just paying attention to you. Like, the entire world has fallen away. She's very much just listening to you at this point. Go ahead.
They are technically gods. There's a disconnect between them and us. The father understands that. He tries to limit the interaction between them and us because there is that gap. The brother and sister don't seem to realize that. Just be a bit aware of that. Trust them. They're trying to help, but be aware that sometimes they can go for the extremes of what they represent.
I believe that just makes them like everybody else.
If everyone had that ridiculous connectivity to the Force. There's reasons why I don't peer into the future as much as I technically could.
Cue the flashbacks to like all the time that she's peered into the future.
Oh yeah. Like also the reason I don't peer into people's minds all the time, even though it'd be very helpful.
Cue the one time that she she delved into an Inquisitor's mind.
Hey,
Okay, rule 3.
I helped that guy.
True, but you manipulated his mind.
I mean, I also learned about everything involving Hotech and you, so there's that.
Does
Oh,
Yeah, remember how it knocked out Hotech?
yeah.
Vana was kind of in a F-it kind of mood and just kind of read his mind.
does
That's why
everyone-
she was kind of just like, ah, damn it.
Does everyone know?
I don't.
Well, oh,
Have you told Thorian the Lone talk?
about what the daughter wants to do here?
Or have you been just trying to shoulder this concern all by yourself again?
I've talked to them about it. Mostly trying to find my place in this, you know?
Are you afraid of losing?
That too. Not gonna lie, we've been through a lot, and you've honestly saved my life a few times.
He's like a small smile.
More it's the... When you play in the backyard of giants, you always gotta be careful of being stepped on. Honestly, this more comes from being from Ryloth than anything else, really.
Is everyone else here having this conversation with Maggie, or is it just you and Maggie?
I just pulled her aside.
As a successful leader of a liberated planet, would you let anything stand in your way? Did you let anything stand in your way?
Yes and no. I would love to be on Ryloth right now, but me being there draws a target to it. And eventually the Empire will probably be back. Right now they got other priorities, but we really don't have a way to stop them if they wanted to come back.
I don't want to see what happened on Bothawai happen here.
That was mostly just because someone taunted the mother.
I think we both know that I have to do this.
Yeah. But it's your choice.
Nods. Gives you it's a full hug, but it's very light. It's not like squishing you or squeezing you. Very light hug.
Keep forgetting Ranky is a freaking Piranha 3.
She is a Wookiee.
He is a Wookiee.
She's not the beefiest of Wookiees, but she's still a Wookiee.
Anything we can help for you, though? I could help alleviate some of my concerns by keeping you in contact with... Oh. With Lucas. Get you some guy... Yeah. Get your people some proper equipment. Not just military, either. More like... agricultural, water vaporators.
I think the village would definitely appreciate that assistance.
Small scale shield generator.
I guess that means I'm the chieftain, aren't I?
I mean, I think you gotta talk to the big guy there about that, but I'm pretty sure if you explain everything, he'll follow.
You mean Riker's dad?
I knew they looked familiar.
Uh, yeah. All right. Well,
Speaking of which, I take it he's probably staying with you, so make sure his dad kind of drills in melee combat.
I'm sure the training will continue. You should probably talk to him if you want to keep him to stay with you, or
That's up to him. He's been training with Thorian, but
he looks up to Thorian.
I mean, everyone looks up at Thorian.
No, you know what I mean.
I'm like, it's freaking huge for a Mandalorian. I'm gonna give Maggie 5 million credits.
Okay. That was not the sentence I assumed you were going to say at the moment.
She can't do anything with that.
It's more like I'm giving her an account with Lucas for 5 million credits.
So hold on.
She's gonna be living in a tree. She
You
can't
were
do anything
you were
with it.
sending a message to Lucas saying, "Hey, this Wookiee village has 5,000 on a tab, or 5 million, 5,000. I don't. So what is
5
it?
million.
not
5 million on tab.
Yeah, they got a long range comm. They'll figure it out. He's a smuggler. He knows smugglers.
Okay.
Then we're
I
gonna
kinda
come
give-
back. We're gonna come back to Kashyyyk. And you know what's gonna be here? It's gonna be a fucking mobile army.
I mean, yeah. Look, we're gonna get the Star Forge. We're just gonna get a shit ton of Basilisk droids, and then all of our problems will be solved.
We are the Richie Riches of this universe, aren't we?
Anna gave a blank check of pretty much 600 million credits to Ryloth. Yeah.
Man, that dude was rich, and I'll be. Oh god, I'm not gonna continue with that one. We're gonna give people bad ideas.
Oh no, Vada's pissed at her dad because if he just stopped living as vicariously as he was, Ryloth would actually have an economy right now.
Okay, yeah, 5 million with Lucas, sure, yeah.
Okay. So she goes to have a conversation with the rest of her now villages people, like her people essentially. She's gonna go talk to them.
Oh, and I'll tell Maggie before she walks away.
Mhm.
May the force be with you, Maggie.
May the life tree shade your path.
Shade or shave?
Shade.
Shade. Okay, just making sure I heard that right.
Maggie is secretly a Sith all along. No.
I knew it.
Um,
And I'll go find Thorian.
okay. I don't know what Thorian's doing. Thorian things.
Throwing boxes around.
Okay, Thorian is apparently throwing boxes around.
I'm helping people load.
Stupid boxes.
So,
I guess we're already here. I guess unload. Is what
yeah.
So she's staying. Not sure what that means for Riker, though, so...
Oh.
You want to talk to him about it.
Cap's conversation?
What's up?
We haven't talked. We didn't talk to him about it yet, right?
Not really.
Okay. Yeah, we all had like our own internal conversation, just the three of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I pretty much talked to Maggie about everything, and she's staying. God, I wish I had prophecy where I could just cheese a bit. Next XP dump.
You have 4C, don't you?
I do. You know what? That's a good idea. I'll be on the ship.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll talk to Riker. Oh, I guess I should have Riker talk to Maggie, rather.
So you are having Riker talk to Maggie, and you're going to be there, or
Well, he should probably hear it from her and not me. So I will tell him that he needs to talk to Maggie. And we don't have to listen to that. You can do that in your head.
Wookie noises.
Exhilarating conversation.
Yeah. What did you had Riker? You wanted him to call you something when you were training. What was it?
Want him to call me anything when we were training. He called me master, and I said, "Don't do that."
Okay. He eventually returns to just kind of talk to you more specifically, but anyone who's around. I am conflicted.
What? You don't think she should stay, or you don't want to?
I think she should stay. I don't know if I fit in. I've spent my whole life protecting her. But I don't know if she actually needs it this time. I would like to learn more, but I don't know what path to take.
You gotta do what you feel is right. You can always learn, even without me. I point to the wilderness and the life around us. I hate this place.
I know, right? Not enough like mesas and brutalizing sun.
And the sister's here. I guess she could teach you something. Maybe, if she wants.
I was always under the impression Mandalorians trained together constantly, but you seem more of a type to adapt to anything.
I mean, you have your people back. You can train with them. can learn from them. I'm sure you could find somebody here on planet too that could teach you a thing or two, if you really, really want to. I think the planet, as well as Maggie, would benefit from you staying. And I think if you come with us, we're definitely be glad to have you. But you'll probably always be thinking about this place, thinking about her, and ultimately you won't really be with us.
I think then I
Yeah.
know what I must do.
Kill Maggie. No.
But I don't know if I have the strength to do it. No. Doesn't say that. Doesn't say that. He nods, and there is a sadness to his voice, and it's a rare sight to see a Wookiee warrior sad or crying or remorseful in any sense of the way. But he is. Um, but there's an understanding and accepting that what you're saying, you're not lying to him. You're not telling him, anything he doesn't need to know. You're not being obscenely cruel. You're being honest. He kind of sniffles and rubs his eyes because fuck it, we're all real people, even Wookiees. I don't know if he would go in for a hug or a handshake, but he'll do one of them.
I don't know what he would do, but I'll give him a hug.
Okay.
Even if he extends his arm, I'll go in for the.
Okay. And you bet.
The one arm under, one arm over.
Yeah.
Bear hug.
Yep. Yep. Do the thing where, hug ends, kind of pats you on the shoulder, and he just turns and he leaves. And at some point, he will find Ompok and give him a hug.
Oh, whoa,
He will-
wait, whoa, okay,
Wookiee attack.
okay, it's okay, it's okay.
He will do
I don't know what's going on.
He will do the same to everyone in the group, and then eventually he goes to join the side of his father and Maggie, and proceeds to essentially accept
his
his
dad?
position. Yes,
Oh,
the champion of this village is his father.
well.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
Oh yeah, I think you said that last game, but I never actually met them.
That's all right. Yeah, you spent most time fighting the shit and being a gigantic metal distraction, while Vana was saving Wookiees. So, what is it that you guys wish to do at this moment? The Wookiees are preparing to head into the forest here deeper, to find a place to live. And Maggie is apparently preparing herself to go see the sister, the daughter. Sorry, the daughter.
Basically, your sister.
I'm messing. I I don't know what Maggie's gonna do, but I have a feeling that I know. At least I should know, you know?
Trust your feelings.
Yeah.
The amount of times I can say that, or like if I had a nickel, I'd have a lot of nickels.
You must do what you feel is right, of course.
I think before she goes to see the daughter,
Mhm.
I think Ombach's definitely gonna try to meet up with Maggie after he gets that hug and explanation from Riker.
Yeah, she's incredibly easy to find. of of all of the Wookiees that you guys saved, I want to remind you guys,
She's
Maggie's
albino.
an albino.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting that.
Maggie is stark white, like fucking snow. So among a bunch of Wookiees between ranging from blonde to black hair and everything in the range between, she still stands out. Um, so incredibly easy to find.
Is she talking with everyone else?
She seems to be
When I
having some
find her?
smaller conversations with people, but like is easily pulled away if you so tried.
I'm gonna go wait for her. I'm assuming there's no one by the door where the sister is, or I'm sorry, the daughter.
The large
Now
temple.
you guys
Yeah,
have got me.
I
Doing.
know.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Yeah, the large temple doors. Yes, there is no one there. So
I'm gonna wait for her there
okay,
because eventually she's gonna pass through.
and she does. What would you like to say to her? At this point, it is now very much into the evening, and something a little more serene and peaceful is happening at the moment. The water around you perfectly reflects the stars above, and the moon is now coming over the canopy, and you notice that it will hit and kind of eclipse with the ring of the tree itself. Um, so just be aware. Celestial bodies are moving. Time passing.
um, I'm just gonna say to her, I hear you're leaving. Or at least that's what rumor and circumstance have kind of dictated to me.
I think it's more like I'm staying.
Yeah, you're probably right.
But that doesn't mean I'm
We're gonna
gone.
miss you and Riker. Oh, I know. I know. That doesn't help that I'm gonna still miss you both.
Well,
I told Riker's father this a little earlier today, and I think I need to tell it to you too. My dad, and I'm gonna launch the whole thing again about the stars and just pointing up, and there's somebody there who could probably use your help. And I'm gonna change it just a little bit. And when you look up those stars, you know that we'll be out there if you need us. And when I look up there, I know you're going to be right here doing what's best. I'm very glad to have traveled with you. And I'm very glad to have traveled with Riker. And I'm just going to open my arms for a hug. Whether she accepts it or not is up to
no,
her.
she gives you a hug immediately, picks you up, big hug. Not quite as destructively squeezing as Riker's hug, more soft, caring, but she can still lift you off the ground.
Yeah. Good. Good. It's good to see that only one arm's still left really strong. I don't say that at all.
Has another arm. You guys gave her a replacement.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's just a
We're doing a
simple
lot of
cybernetic, but
things.
she has another arm.
Okay. After she puts me down, I'm going to say, you're going to do great. Go get him. And I'm just going to leave her to do what she needs to do.
There will always be the right place to be at the right time. Just kind of like ruffles your head because she's a little taller than you.
Well, what can I say? You were part of the crew that was the wrong guy at the right place at the right time. And it couldn't have been any better.
Nope.
Okay, I'm going now. I'm just leaving on that.
Yep. She takes a deep breath, kind of watches you go, and waves a little bit until you're out of sight. If no one stops her, this is where she will enter into the doors and go and talk to the daughter.
And she was never seen again.
Do we have any more business on Kashyyyk? No, we still have to do the.
Yeah, we still have to do the thing we're really here
yeah.
for.
Oh, let's face it, we were never really here for the Inquisition. We were here
We
for
weren't.
this.
No,
We're
we're
just
here for
doing
us.
this
But...
out of obligation.
All right, Bubs, you might as well delete these 2 character sheets in front of me.
I spent so long making them, and now they're gone.
No, don't
them. I'm sure they'll show
don't
back
do
up.
that. Just move them over to a trophy area, okay?
Just make a bag and put them in there.
Yeah. Don't
Alrighty,
get angry.
guys. Next time we're on Nar Shaddaa, recruit someone random.
2 new heroes.
You guys still have Car and
With the
Car and Jazz.
Yeah, and unfortunately for
Ezekiel.
Kar, he's not going to be the focus of my lightsaber training.
That's what Thorian's
He
there
could
for.
probably use it too.
No,
He definitely needs it. I'm not going to lie, if Riker was still Rissus, I'd be kind of kicking his ass with a rapier right now, too.
And right now, Jazz and I, we're the only we're the non-force sensitive entities guys here.
Mhm. So, what happens next is entirely up to you guys, but the village does leave. What is something that is perchance a little more surprising is before you guys do leave, Maggie does come back out. She is no longer albino. She now has just long silky hair of a regular, kind of brown, whatever, brunette Wookiee. I don't know what the fucking hair colors of Wookiee is other than just brown and blonde and black. But anyway, she comes back out. She joins the clan and the tribe, and then begins to wish you guys goodbye. And then, as you guys lift off, you see that she is heading with them into the forest.
You're right, she was a bitch. Look what you did to my fur.
She is still quite of a lighter tone than some of the other Wookiees, and still easy to distinguish, but she's no longer albino.
I mean, this
She
is
was a
what we
blank
wanted, but it
canvas.
feels bittersweet.
Alright.
Nah, this planet's in good hands.
Yeah, it is.
If only we had a planet killer for Trendoshia.
Well, I need a quick reminder. What were you here for the Inquisition again?
They told us to go somewhere and do something for them.
It's also one of the planets that, um,
Oh, Vissla
Vissla.
stopped it.
yeah, stopped at. So there's
Uh,
a
yeah,
temple
we'll need
here
to
that we
figure
need to
that
find.
out.
You do have the location of this temple. You are aware that the Imperial is aware of it, so resistance potentially expected.
They should also know that we're coming because we told them.
Kind of
Yeah.
see that. So, do you guys wish to wait until the morning, or are you guys going to proceed at this evening under the moon of
I could use
Teshik?
bath.
I think we'll go in the morning. I need
Wear
some
some
healing.
armor.
I'm in okay shape if I have to fight, but 11 out of 23 ain't great.
I heal you, son.
Thanks, honey.
Okay. Saren sees to most of your injuries. Um, you guys can heal your wounds as well as your critical wounds.
Thank you.
You guys have the time and the peace to have a rest, have a moment, to heal up. So,
I'm just gonna kind of take some time before I go to sleep to look over, just pensively look at the map and our objectives marked on it right now.
okay. Are you looking for anything in particular?
I'm just kind of trying to chart a route and kind of keep my mind occupied,
Yeah.
as it were.
You've already been to Onderon, so cars is no longer necessary. You have seen to dealing with Maggie, so that is done. You still have not handled the Visla portion of this. So,
Mm.
right. It's early the next morning. What the fuck you guys gonna do?
Go commit some
Prep
dark
the
side.
ship for takeoff.
Blow up the forest. All of Kashyyyk. Well, all we have to do left is go to the temple, yeah?
That's, yeah, pretty much.
We'll probably do that.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna try something to fix audio here because I'm being told it's kind of quiet.
Sorry, I'm eating something.
How dare you? No.
Why?
Anyway.
Cause food.
Anyway. So you guys are heading to the repository of Terra Visla on Kashyyyk.
Depository of Vissla.
Repository, vault, temple,
Bono was making a funny.
armory,
She calls it a.
Okay. after some time searching for this location, because it is somewhat hidden away, you do find that the location is in a darker portion of the forest, and it will require you to disembark from your vessel, travel on foot, or truck, if you so please.
I mean, it has gun.
Can we use gun? I can't.
Oh crap! I think I know who used gun last time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Jazz can, but that's up to you guys. At this point, Libby is basically just like, I'm going to make camp here. And Ezekiel's like,
In the ship?
no, she's outside of the ship. She's
Okay.
literally made like just a campfire and like put next
A
to
pontoon
a rock or
lean
something.
to.
Yeah.
Parks the space truck and just sleeps in that. Not camping.
You have Ezekiel, who's essentially keeping her company. Jazz and Carr are the two remaining individuals you can pull from. The ship is noticeably a little quieter.
Right. Let's take the truck and just make this quick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we still have to do the Inquisitors thing after this.
This is the
Yeah.
Inquisitor's thing. He wanted you guys to go here because that's what Thorian convinced them that to do? Question mark. All right. Someone go ahead and make a piloting planetary check for me, and if someone would like to do navigation and a survival type role, that'd be good too.
I call the planetary driving.
Ooh,
Bless you.
What difficulty is that planetary, please?
difficulty is going to be a 3 with 2 black die, because it is not a road. We're literally flying through, hovering through, driving through the bottom of a very dense forest made of giant
I've
trees.
got skilled jockey. Remove a black per rank of skilled jockey from all planetary checks. So I remove those 2 black die because I have twice.
Fair enough.
Success and 5 advantages.
Well then, you successfully don't crash your truck.
Huzzah!
You're actually making fairly decent progress. The truck is not exactly made for this, but you're able to keep it at a decent clip and not endanger any of the mechanical parts of your vessel.
Oh, really quick point of order before we go on. Do we get any HP back?
Yeah, I said you guys healed.
Oh, okay. Sorry, missed that.
No,
Sorry.
Saren saw to healing you.
Yay. Then did anybody? You said you also needed a nature check.
survival or navigation. Yeah.
Okay. Does anyone else want to take those, or should I do that as well?
I
I'm
think
not
that's
good at any of that.
I think that's all you, my dude.
Okay. Let's see. What's the difficulty? Let's see. Yeah, what's difficulty on a survival check?
Difficulty on the survival check is going to be also a 3.
Okay. Any black die for this? For these ones?
At the moment, no real black die because you're just on the floor and you're just trying to make sure you navigate and keep the same path. So
Alrighty. Let me check something really quick. Say really quick, and then I take 3 hours. It's way. Okay, yes, that is a failure. Just a straight one failure.
all right then. You're still heading in what you think is the correct direction. You're pretty sure you're still on the right path.
Yeah, we're on the right path. We're good. We're good.
There were a few times you had to take a turn to like go around the tree because you couldn't go through the tree. It's a fucking tree. And then you were like, this is the same direction, I think.
We've not seen that rock 3 different times, right?
So
Right.
at some point, you do end up that you don't know where you're going. You have become lost.
Guys,
Yes.
I'm lost.
Okay.
I don't know where we are. I've been going for like 3 hours, and I
It's
think it
been a
was just
while. It's
now.
been a long, much longer than it probably should have been.
I think we've been going in now the straight line for about 2 planetary hours, and then we went off 3 planetary hours, and then according to Kashyyyk, it's been about 10 minutes, and I don't know where we are.
Okay.
I would like you guys, or like somebody, or all of you, to make perception checks for me.
Can I make a vigilance check?
Roll your discipline at a difficulty 2, and if you succeed, yes.
Bishop Iron.
You said perception?
I did, yes.
At what?
A difficulty 3.
The
I think I did it, Bubs.
I believe you did.
Okay, so uncanny reaction should be a 4.
Is this thing just not? Does this thing not have a dependency? That makes me mad. Sorry.
What was the difficulty on that perception check?
3.
Okay, 5 successes, 3 advantages.
One second. Sorry, I'm trying to find a stat block, and it's being a piece of shit. There it is. Cool. Alright. So let's see. Someone got 1 success, 3 advantages, someone got 2 successes, 1 threat, someone got 0 successes and 1 advantage.
I got the one advantage.
Awesome.
I got the 1 success and 3 advantages, but added 4 successes to it.
Jesus. Okay.
I got 2 successes in the threat.
So as Ompak admits that you guys are now lost in this forest, and you have absolutely no fucking idea.
I was looking for a gas station. There might be a map.
You're on Kashyyyk! It's a forest! This is Carr. Carr decided to come along, because he's Carr. Or maybe he shouldn't, because that means Libby and Ezekiel are alone with your ship.
Gas is there.
Jazz is...
Yeah.
Jazz is there. I say Jazz is driving. Jazz could be the only one who uses the gun. No one told me who's coming with you. So you guys decide who the fuck's there.
I think we just accepted that if
That's fine.
we want to have the gun, Ompak's going to have to use Let's Ride all the time.
Alright, so you guys let me know who the fuck is there with you, but...
Yeah, if Carr wants to come, sure.
Carr, get your butt over here. You guys notice there's this rock in front of you. But it's... breathing? Rocks don't breathe.
Hey, that's not a... That thing's alive!
I love how we just all of a sudden became a whiny bunch of toddlers.
Oh yeah, we lost 2 of our crew members, so we're going to be whiny toddler.
They were the adults of the group.
You notice that there are indeed 2 of these creatures.
Oh. Oh no.
These are, I should qualify, these are not just rocks. These are like small boulders.
Boulder?
Oh. Oh no.
They're about the size of your car. Anyway. What do you do? As you're in your car. The rocks
Are they trying?
moving at the moment. They're just asleep because it's the middle of the fucking night.
Let's
Gonna
go
put the
around.
car into reverse. Slowly back away.
I would like you make a piloting planetary check. This is going to be kind of hard because at the moment you're trying to drive carefully and safely away. Difficulty 4 with 2 upgrades. And I would give you the black dice, but you cancel out the black dice. But know that I gave you the black dice and you cancel them out.
Yeah.
Is there anything anyone else would like to be doing at this moment as you guys are trying to back away from boulders?
Make sure there's no other boulders on the road.
Keeping your perception check with your insane successes, yes, you notice that there is a pathway out.
Way.
Right. I will add 2 advantages to your roll already in play. Buck, is there anything you would like to spend them on, or are you just driving the fuck out of here?
no trees will be in our way as we back up. So it's more just like putting it into neutral and just kind of like generally letting the car go back.
Okay. As you move forward, you position yourself in a manner that there is nothing blocking your way forward.
Gonna shift into forward and Neom. Quiet Neom. Did we get out?
You do notice a few more, but they are farther away. We've made it through this area without alerting whatever that was. The forest is still dark and there may be other dangers, so please make another survival check for me as you attempt to navigate your way through. Or someone. Anyone. Anyone at all. Is he good at survival? He's not good at survival.
I don't have any survival.
I was looking at a card.
I just got. Oh.
I think Jazz is roughly in the same bed.
Vana, do you have any?
Any what?
Do you have any survival?
I have 1 rank in it, but I'm not good at it.
If you have a rank, you can give that rank to him. His 3 cunning.
Yeah, do that.
So that'll be
I mean,
1 yellow.
you
2
could also
3.
roll.
Or he could give me his cunning.
Yeah, I'll give you my cunning. I got a 3 in cunning.
Still all over myself. What's the difficulty?
Difficulty is, I believe I said 3, right? Or was it 4? No, it was 3. 3. Just 3. You're good.
That happened.
Alright. You got 2 successes and a triumph. Is there any way particularly you would like to spend your triumph?
Not being more lost.
Not being more lost. As you guys are driving through this forest and it is becoming darker and darker, the light of the stars and the lights of the moon no longer guiding you as safely across the path, you do end up noticing a different light. Floodlights. As you've made your way through the... I keep wanting to say nest, but it's not a nest, it was just a place where those things were sleeping.
A quarry.
Sure. You guys move through the forest. You find a location that appears to be of interest to the Imperials, and they have surrounded it with floodlights and some preliminary buildings, more like a slightly more established campsite than anything really formidable. In the distance you hear the echoing sounds of a handful of ATSTs, but they are a distance away. You also recognize...
Oh, those were blood apes?
What?
I'm sorry, I thought I heard blood apes.
ATST. Chicken Walker.
Okay. Chicken walk.
Chicken Walker. So you also hear Viper probe droids out on patrols.
So that's a lot of Imperials. Is what you're saying, right?
There are a few Imperials that you actually see. Stormtroopers or um, Imperial Army or something of the nature. The markings aren't entirely familiar to you, but they got buckets on their heads.
Well, I mean, we're supposed to be here, right?
Yes.
They'll still probably yell at us if we just roll up.
Hey, we're supposed to be here. Let us in.
Just lay on the horn till someone comes up.
I'm half tempted to do that.
Hey! Hey, open the door!
I actually think you should be the one to do that, to go talk to them and say, like, hey, we're here on some official business. Here's our contact if you need to verify. Can we park somewhere?
Yeah, I mean, they gotta have a checkpoint somewhere, right?
You're staring at it.
Yeah.
It's basically like a thrown up fence and like a prefab shelter guard post.
Gotcha. Oh yeah, let's just roll up and...
I'll just roll down the
sure
window
you
and we
notice.
talk with them.
Well, I was just gonna send the turret, but have the gun facing backwards.
Oh yeah, we're having the gun facing backwards, but
So just for my own sake, let me be entirely, who all is with you? Obviously, you three.
Well, I'm at the ship.
Jeez.
I didn't go with.
Fuck you guys.
you mean we've been watching Vana? Thorian, are you here? Are you actually here, or am I just imagining it, man?
I'm never here.
Oh, you actually haven't looked back in the vehicle? We just had our comms on.
You guys saw this fucking ditch.
Guys, I just set a world record.
It's just been Ompok alone this entire time.
There's this thing that's online that's like, if you can see this thing in the image in under blah 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 seconds, you can set a world record. And I opened up the picture and immediately saw the thing. I
Nice.
was like, oh hey, nice.
So is
And the world
Carr,
will never know.
is Libby, is Ezekiel, is Jazz with you guys? I literally don't know who the fuck you took in the car.
I thought Jazz, Ezekiel, and Carr were back at the ship and made camp. I'm sorry,
Libby made camp.
Jazz, Ezekiel, Libya, and then Carr came with us.
Okay, so Carr is with you. Interesting.
Doesn't Carr need a rest and fix his broken arm?
You did
Ah,
send him away.
Didn't we send him off to the back of the tank to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It still takes time.
yeah. It doesn't
Okay.
just heal automatically.
Okay.
There is no hand wave heal necessarily.
Okay.
I guess I'll pick that up now.
Saren has it. Okay. So you guys drive up. At which point, you are, as you would expect, stopped at the gate. There are a handful of stormtroopers who kind of come out. You notice there's a Viper probe droid that's like moving out from the shadows of the forest and into the light of the floodlights. Stormtrooper. Who the fuck are you?
Hi there. What was that Inquisitor's name again?
I'm not helping you.
Brother, I don't know.
Brother.
The Inquisition sent us.
I
No
would
one
like to
expects the
roll.
Spanish Inquisition.
I don't know my education and try to remember his name.
I will allow you to roll your education and try to remember.
Grand
mean-
Inquisitor sent us.
Difficulty, sir.
He's dead. It wasn't that long ago, so I'm going to say it's a 3.
I also did make fun of his colleagues in my mind because I knew he was going to read my mind, so.
Okay.
Nope.
You have no idea.
The
In fact, what comes to mind first is that the name you made fun of him as, but not his actual name.
shit. No, that's not it. Oi, Thorian. Which Inquisitor was it again?
Well, pick a number. I didn't catch the guy's name.
Wasn't it like
I just looked at the Stormtrooper. They should
4?
have called. You should be expecting us.
There's a on his radio. You can hear him talking. What must be a private channel because it doesn't need his helmet. We're aware of some additional activity that took place. One of our bases was assaulted by. He kind of looks over over the steering wheel through the window at Thorian. A Mandalorian, a Twi'lek, and a Bothan. There are also reports
Are
of
you
a Wookiee.
fucking with us? That sounds like you're trying to make a bad joke. I mean, are you racist?
Turn off the engine, step out of the car, sir.
You heard
Okay.
him, Unpack.
Yeah, the engine's off. The engine's off. I'm putting my hands behind my head next to the vehicle.
I just tap on the dashboard. Like I'm just waiting.
Okay.
Yeah, Vana doesn't get out.
He asked only for me anyways, so
Savannah's just
I'm
doing
gonna
the
note
one
now,
arm
I
lean
have-
on the turret, just looking down at this guy.
I'm gonna note now that I have my pistols on me.
We have the truck. You could bring both of them if you wanted to.
He
Your pistols and your rifle.
proceeds to
That's true. I left my rifle in the truck.
call someone else to come out. A guy comes out who bears an odd resemblance to Jazz. Not in like his actual face, but more just like the way he stands, the way he carries himself, and the way he's operating the machine.
ISB.
Which is a small computer. And then what follows him is a large black orb floating droid. A number of you have seen these before. These are Imperial medical droids, but they are also good at extracting information.
Heard on torture droids.
Very much seen as such. There is the stormtrooper takes your weapons, places them on the back of his armor, and starts to lead Ompak into a tent that isn't too far away, along with the
Oh, this
ISB
shit
agents
again.
and the torture droid.
Why do they always torture Ompak?
Why do you guys let
Because they
Ompak
can.
get tortured?
I mean,
Look, if he doesn't go through it, he'll never be resistant to it.
that's fair.
What the fuck?
I mean, when you compare our discipline to yours, I got a 3 yellow and a green, and Oates is a 3 yellow and 3 green.
I've got a yellow and 2 green.
So inside of this tent is literally just like a table, another table, a couple of chairs. They proceed to force you into one of the chairs, and they put handcuffs on you and essentially mag you lock.
They don't force very hard.
They mag lock your hands to the the table.
I bruise easily.
You're going to tell us what we want to know. Were you a part
Okay.
of an assault on an Imperial base here?
Ah, yes, the ultimate decision time. Do I do the I'm better than you douche and telling you the truth, or do I try to lie? You want to know what?
For that matter, do Thorin and Fauna want to do anything?
I'm
Currently,
going to commit sense offensively so I can somewhat use this machine gun.
currently, what is around in front of next to you guys is one Viper droid, and a handful of stormtroopers. By handful, I mean that there are five stormtroopers.
Watching us?
Yes,
Like, how big is the Viper droid?
person-sized. The thing that landed on Hoth.
Oh, it's one of the.
That's a Viper droid.
It's a pro droid, yeah.
Gotcha. I was like, I assumed it's. I thought that's what it was called, but
It's a Viper pro droid.
And the thing that went with Umpak is the thing that they
And-
used to interrogate Leia.
Leia. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Or it's also the robot in KOTOR 2 that the fucking crime syndicate guy was.
Gato or whatever.
Yeah, Goto.
Yeah.
Of less importance, but. Opak, have you made your decision?
I have made my decision.
Fuck you say.
Look.
Fuck you!
Nasty.
Fuck you, man! Fuck you!
Look, I was sent here by the Inquisition. They were sent here by the Inquisition. Ask them, they will let you know. Okay?
Roll persuasion.
Okay.
I think it's charm.
Persuasion. Oh. Charm. Okay. Fuck. All right. What's the difficulty?
You get one free upgrade. Because it is
Okay.
technically true. In like the loosest of terms. Your difficulty is going to be a 3.
Okay. A success and a threat. Some fucking how.
You do not avoid retaliation. Your attempt to convince them takes a little longer than you would have preferred. So at this point, Mompaki will suffer 2 wounds. So you are
Oh.
shocked and tased and prodded and kinds of unfortunate things for about an hour.
Disco Stew is in pain.
In terms of torture Ompak has sustained, this was relatively minor.
Yeah, thank God. Like the Force. I'm sorry.
Still wasn't comfortable. At which point, the officer does remark, I was told about someone who was trying to, I think, someone here on inquisitorial business. Maybe the transmission about the attack was a lie? Maybe the rebels are just trying to confuse us? Maybe The ISB agent says that is possible. The rebels are certainly a crafty bunch, though it would then mark this location as a known spot for um, our actions. Perhaps at best we move these individuals along, make sure that they finish what they are doing. Redouble your efforts and your patrols. And Park, you are released of your magnetic cuffs. The trooper says he will hold on to your blasters while you guys are there. Won't need them.
So I just imagine Opak gets in the truck and Thorian just passes him his rifle in full view of these guys.
Before we get there, just like in the tent, I'm just gonna like do the rub on the handcuff kind of motion. Be like, is this how you treat all your help? Jeez.
The officer leaves, but the ISB agent takes a moment and thinks about what you said. Good help is so hard to find, and then exits the tent. With the
Who hurt you? Like as he's exited, it's just like yelling, "Who hurt you?" Futilely.
You just said that to the floating droid. It just kind of like turns and just like looks at you, but is slowly like floating up and down, bobbing in the air, and then leaves the tent. Just
Engaging torture protocol.
You wouldn't understand. Just walk out the tent. Go grab, like in full view, just grab the rifle that was handed to me by Thorian and be like, oh, we gotta make a note. We're coming back for my blasters. Just turn the car over and get going.
He opens up the gate, and in front of you, what you see is, at first, it's a bunker at the top, but then you notice that the door has multiple carbon scorings on it, blast marks, drill marks, all kinds of things, but the door has not buckled or broken at all. And so the entire location around it has been dug into. You now are looking into what looks like a small quarry, mostly of like cut roots and earth moved. There's a small campsite at the bottom, and it looks like they are trying to break through another location they believe to be as structurally unsound from the rest of the building.
Who's on you? It's all Beskar.
It's all Beskar.
I'll mention to the others on the way to our destination about what they mentioned about the rebels. It looks like that they're active in the area.
That wouldn't surprise me.
So we we're good. Good to go through.
You are way forward.
Move along. Move along.
There's nothing to see here. These aren't the droids.
All right, unlock rifle, grenades.
You got
Pick
my
up your guns
rifle.
on the way out.
Yeah, that's the job.
Pull off the automatic blaster from the truck.
It's like, oh, they took 2 blasters. They feel so good. Heavily armored infantry exit.
All right. So, you are led.
Did you tell them if they touched your guns, I'll be mad?
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, if they fuck with your
But I
guns,
mean, it's an ISB agent. You think you would already know, you know?
I mean, those things are twitchy. I'm afraid of someone screwing with one of those.
You hear the blaster go off in the distance. Yeah, I'm sure it's fine.
Explosion.
I'm sure it's fine.
Which is terrible because it shoots twice with exploding bolts.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, those are the best pistols ever.
See me, and I'm the mo who wields them.
Driving down further, there's parking. It seems appropriate. There's a number of makeshift, like longhouse barrack style buildings that have been put up at the bottom of this quarry. Another individual, a little more fancily dressed, a little more pompous about himself. Are you the ones we are supposed to be expecting?
Depends. Did the gate guard tell you, or did the Inquisitors tell you?
The Inquisitor did indeed inform me that there were to be individuals assisting with the matter. I disagreed, but it does not matter. I am also aware that there was an assault on an Imperial base, and you are members of a similar origin. Again, he looks over the three of you, looks at Thorian mostly.
Great Garth, I forgot you existed.
There's a black eye on my face, and it's like, no, I don't think he did.
You guys look around, and Carr is nowhere to be seen.
God damn it.
He'll be fine. He'll be fine.
Left car.
Why
No,
did Carr
we
leave the
put that
car?
on.
Figured he would want to look at the Mandalorian stuff.
I would love for all of you guys to try to make like perception checks or distance checks, and you guys actually try to like make a motion to try to find Carr.
I will vigilance check because I take that as a personal challenge.
Go for it.
I'm going to take
Really
a
care.
perception check.
Thorian does not care.
Difficulty, sir.
As long as he's not actively being tortured, I think I'm fine.
Difficulty is a 4, with 3 black die.
Aha!
Four successes, 5 threats.
Wow.
You're trying that hard.
Well, 1 success, 2 threats. Just roll the force die now.
Um,
1 success. Just
Okay. Vana, without drawing too much attention to him specifically, you've noticed that at some point he must have left the vehicle and is now working his way closer to the breach point that they are attempting to break. He is in regular fucking clothes in terms of what you can tell, but he also seems to have kind of grabbed like some Imperial clothes and is just like moving along, has a hat kind of down. Ompak, as you basically almost call it out, you're just like, hey, who's that guy? And the officer like turns around and looks. He goes, you! What are you doing? Go dealing about somewhere else. This is not nor the time nor the place. And you see the guy just kind of like gives like an Imperial salute and just turns around and starts like marching away. You know it was Carr.
I know.
So I guess we're just going to go up to the front door.
Knock and see what happens.
The Inquisitor afford you some key I was not told of.
Yeah, something like that.
Alright.
Just point at Thorian going like Mandalorian stuff.
Ah. I was always under the impression that Mandalorians were impossible to buy. More honor and trouble than they were worth in terms of price. Seems to escort you guys up to the front door. Not all of the ground has been dug out away from it, but they left a nice little like bridge to, so you guys can get there. You stand in front of the door.
Okay, so I'm gonna look over it to see if I can't find any. What's the word I'm looking for?
Yes.
Markings or features that look familiar to like his Padawan's holocron or stuff we've seen.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception check
You got it.
at a difficulty 3.
Gotcha.
Pretty standard difficulty.
Oh, I don't get any of my blue die though.
Ompa, Florian, is there anything you would like to be doing at this time?
Letting Vana work.
Okay.
Ooh, that sucked. 1 success, 4 threats.
Success is all that matters.
Yep.
Looking around, you do find some of the markings. If you were trying to keep your discovery quiet, does not go so as planned. Noticing them, the individual with you says, "Yes, we remarked on these markings earlier. We believe them to be some type of secret Jedi notation. In terms of cracking it, it was a little more esoteric than some of the originals, so not yet found out what it means. But
Is it that ancient ass language I know, or is it like something
no,
I don't know?
This is like note babble. Someone who made up a language to put somewhere.
Huh.
It is familiar in terms of writing from Car's master. Her notes, which I believe you have spent some time looking at.
Hey, bossman, you make anything out of these? And I point him out towards Thorian.
Oh, me. Okay. I didn't understand who Boss Man was.
Big T. T-Dog.
Did I make
Yeah.
anything out
Even
of it?
I knew.
T-Bone.
Where's my...
The T-inator.
Do you need me to roll anything?
You no. Looking at it, it informs you that it is a time lock that has been made. However, anyone with an amount of force can move the clock around more easily. It's essentially a lock, a force lock.
Can I see what the time, like, when it's set to be released?
In 100
It's on
years.
time. In 100 years? Yeah, we're too early, you guys.
What
We need to come back in 100 years. It's not done cooking.
I'm not entirely sure what you mean by that, but if you have a means of opening this door, I would much rather you stop dallying about and just open the door.
Excuse me. Who are you?
I am the Imperial officer in charge of this site.
Okay.
Is it the
Well,
ISP
I'm
guy
the
who
expert that's been
interrogated you?
hired to deal with it. So how about you take a step back and let me work?
Fine. He takes a literal step back.
Right. Heads in. I just like huddle up with the group.
Okay.
We're doing a sidebar.
All right.
Alrighty.
Okay, so we need to use the force to open it, but if we use the force to open it, they're gonna know that we're force users. And then
You
we're
and
gonna
you
have a
guys
whole
were forced.
shitstorm. Shut up.
God, I'm gonna miss you.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I figured that's what this bullshit was. Bullshit was. And how do you want to do this? Do you want me to distract the guard while you try to open it?
I mean, I can distract the guard. I don't.
Well, we don't know how
I've already
much
done
they know.
dumb shit.
I mean, they might know that we need the force to open it. And it might just be like, you know,
A trap.
a trap. Yeah.
We could tell him some really like bullshit thing. Like, okay, hear me out. We tell them that the text translates to, if all eyes are closed, then the door will open, or some stupid inane shit like that.
Or Thorin can do some awkward ass little
I'm sorry. Sorry.
Mandalorian cultural expression and discreetly try to use the force to open it.
I just knock and use the force to twist it.
I mean, that could work. Yeah.
I mean, that's the closest guy who's paying attention is that officer, right?
Yeah, he's basically directly staring at all of you have this sidebar conversation.
It's also the officer that that tortured me, right?
It is not the opposite of torture.
Okay.
All right. I'll go talk to Officer Receding Hairline over there.
Distracting presence.
So, what do you think of my armor? Or
Do you have
these?
the jacket?
I don't, considering that is almost as much as a giveaway as my frickin' red skin is. Better yet, what do you think of these lightsabers?
Whoa!
What do you think of that Jedi over there?
Points to car by
Can I? Ah,
accident.
shoot him! Blast him!
Just he's somehow cars stabbing a guy with the lightsaber at the same time. It's like, why?
Car's over here playing the Ghost of Tsushima, just slowly killing people.
Card, no!
Or maybe it's Hitman because he's dressing up. Yeah, no, Car's playing Hitman. Anyway.
Yeah.
Car's committing a war crime is what he's doing.
Ah. So what are you doing to this officer?
No, I'm just gonna talk.
You to distract him?
Yeah,
Uh,
talk a bit about what I know about Visla, but keep it really vague. Like make it seem like I've been paying attention to what T-Bone there has been telling me.
Okay.
But I'm curious to learn a little more and not piss off my boss.
I'm gonna say roll deception. Because what you're telling him is less important than what you are doing, which is keeping him focused in the conversation. So go ahead and make a deception check for me. This will be a higher difficulty because you're essentially trying to distract an individual. But you're not outright lying either. So I'm going to put this at a 3, which is one down from what it would be, upgraded twice with 2 black die.
Don't think congenial does for deception. Always gotta check. Yeah, that's charm and negotiation. I don't have convincing demeanor, I believe. No. This could
Also,
end poorly.
I would like to apologize to everyone that I didn't make a map for this because I was at RTX. That is.
No, you're fine.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. He is not as distracted as you would like him to be. As you were talking, he's mostly just kind of ignoring you. At some point, just goes, "Would you please be quiet? I'm trying to watch the man work so I can understand how to open these in the future."
Now I'm just going to act distracting behavior and give him a disadvantage.
Okay, you can do that. What
Dick.
would anyone else like to do?
I throw the officer at the door. No, I'm just kidding. I know what it needs. A sacrifice.
Not even using the force, just literally picks him up and
Picks him up,
throws him
throws
at
him at the door.
Okay, if I was
What's-
evil, it's totally what I was.
Let me ask, what's our plan to open the door, Oates?
Is anybody watching me?
Him, the officer.
Vaughn tried to distract him.
Oh, that didn't pan out right.
No.
Okay, well,
Across the bridge, a much farther distance away, probably a good 20 feet or so, there are two stormtrooper captains, but they're not looking at you, they're looking away, they're just guarding the bridge. There are a handful of... You guys are, like, on an elevated platform in the middle of a quarry that's been dug out around this one bunker, so kind of everyone can technically see you, they're just not, like, actively looking at you.
okay. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna walk up to the officer. I'm gonna throw my arm around him,
Uh,
and I'm gonna stand so that our shoulders are facing the door.
mhm.
I'll put him in front of me, in front of the door, and then I'm gonna put my hand down to my side, and I'm gonna Kylo Ren the door. So I'll just try and subtly move my hand, because you have to move your hand in order to do these things, right? So I'm gonna just try and subtly, open the door. And I'm just gonna be like, all right, look, here's the thing. It's a time lock, which means all we have to do, just wait a couple of minutes, centuries, I don't know, and just like try and open the door.
Okay. First,
And if he says anything, I'm gonna punch him in his face.
okay. First, please roll the force unlock,
The Force.
and then we will roll your attempt at subtle movements.
What am I going for here? I got 3.
You're just trying to, whatever you need to activate force move to unlock the door.
I need 1 to activate the power, but I don't know if I need to activate.
Nope, it's just a
anything
hand
else.
wave. If he weren't here, it would just be a hand wave, and you could unlock the door. These are just force locks essentially that are timed to release eventually. But all right, next, I want to say like a skullduggery check.
That makes sense.
I will allow you to use your willpower.
Okay. So it's just a raw 6.
All right, hot damn. Go for it.
What am I rolling against?
The difficulty for him to notice you is going to be a 4 and 1 red.
So 3 purple, 1 red, or 4 purple, 1 red?
4 purple, 1 red.
Okay, and he gets a black die, right?
He gets a black die. So you get
So
a blue
I technically get a blue die. Yeah.
die. We will make that happen. That is a happen. I should really move the camera around. It's just like frozen in place here.
Yeah, that didn't look like that happened really well. I'm gonna re-roll that.
Okay. I'm gonna fly the camera here for a moment, maybe. Let's roll the dice.
That's better.
It is technically better, yes. With no necessarily failure, but 3 advantage. You you were not able to do it as subtly as you would like. However, with 3 advantage, he kind of he's watching the door. He listens to you and then turns to look at the door, and you kind of make a hand gesture a little bit bigger than you would want.
Played off as being dramatic.
And he looks at you.
And looks at me. And
Make a
look at
deception
him.
check. Straight difficulty 3. No upgrades. He's just trying to incite you. You need to lie at this moment. Dorian.
Lie for you?
I need you to make a deception check.
No, it's not gonna go well.
The difficulty is 3. No upgrades, no nothing. Just 3. You could potentially write this off as
Can I
just
coerce?
maybe. We'll see how the die rolls.
Oh, hold on. Oh, there we go. No, didn't go well.
Based on the advantages of your last time, you go.
Oh, could I add blue dice?
Can you what?
Can I add a blue die?
You could do that, yeah. As an option. Yeah. Go ahead and roll a blue die.
I'm just gonna roll the blue die.
Yeah,
And then
absolutely.
add
Yes,
the successful.
yeah. Absolutely. Roll your boost die.
Okay, well I would have gotten 1 success.
Okay.
But also 1 failure. Or 1 threat, sorry.
So, in the moment when you reach out, use the force to open this lock, this man looks at you, looks at the lock, and then kind of notices your hand move, and it catches his attention. He looks down at it, and he looks up at you, and you play it off as you were just kind of like hand waving the scenario that you were
Just talking with my hand.
talking with your hands. But you catch that he is now just a little bit suspicious. But he does say, "Ah, well, it seems we did not have to wait 100 years, as you previously stated. The door is open. Excellent." And he begins to call for assistance and people to come check out this building. He also looks at you, 3, and says, "I don't believe your continued assistance will be necessary. I appreciate you unlocking the door, though it seems that maybe this door is going to unlock now regardless. Is there anything the Inquisitor told you specifically? Because at this moment I don't believe you have any reason to be here any longer."
Alright, well good luck with the traps. We'll see you on the other side, I guess.
I will allow you to try to attempt a coercion roll with that statement.
What's the difficulty?
Difficulty is going to be 4.
I will. Intimidating presence.
Mm-hmm.
The hell did it go? Or intimidating. I can suffer strain to downgrade coercion checks.
Okay.
Any downgrading happening?
You can. I will allow you to remove 1 purple die.
And I will spend a strain.
Okay.
Three successes and 4 advantages. I auto gen 1.
Traps.
Yeah, well, I mean, these ancient Jedi, right? Sneaky. Evil.
How long will your team require to remove such troublesome things?
I mean, it's more having Thorian walk through them, right?
I mean, these things aren't exactly like set in stone, so we got to figure out what we're dealing with, and then we got to figure out if we can disarm them or remove them entirely. We also have to worry about mind manipulating effects.
I have heard enough. I will give you to the end of today, as he looks up and the sun is kind of starting to peer through the trees, the tree line. Not necessarily the canopy, but like starting to crest the horizon through the trees. I'll give you to the end of today to inform me on your progress.
I would like to make a charm check.
Yeah.
If you would like us to assist us in progressing a little quicker, the returning of my friend's firearms would be most appreciated.
Go ahead and make
Thank
a
you,
charm check.
Volna.
I'll give him some blue dice.
Okay, you have gained blue dice. At a difficulty, I'm gonna say of 4 with an upgrade.
Cool. I think I can downgrade one of those.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I'll suffer a strain to downgrade that red to a blue. If you do not mind.
Yeah.
I do mind, actually. Upgrade all of them now.
Ouch. Anything else I need? Nope. Yeah, just besides Smooth Talker, but that's only if I roll a triumph. Five successes, 2 threat.
Fine. Captain, please come here. One of the stormtrooper captains from here. Fetch this individual with his blasters. I believe they were taken into custody at the gate. I am quite tired. I will be retiring for a moment. I'll see you shortly. Proceeds to walk away.
And when that captain comes back, I want to see if I can borrow that troublesome soldier. You know, sometimes these traps are a little tricky. You want
to convince the Imperial Stormtrooper captain to be a meat shield for you.
No, I want him to lend us Car to be a meat shield for us.
Interesting.
Not a meat shield, but more of a
He thinks
We saw
shield.
less meat shield and more like a, maybe that guy will rethink his worth ethic if he realizes that,
How much danger he's in.
yeah, he better be paying attention to where he steps.
Go ahead, make your check as he returns with your blasters, hands them to you.
Because the officer's gone.
Yes, the officer in charge of this location has essentially gone to go take a nap. Because apparently he stayed up all night. Because it is now morning.
Difficulty, sir.
Difficulty is going to be 3.
Jesus. 7 successes, 1 threat. Do you want me to suffer a strain?
Suffer a strain.
It's better than what I suffered.
It's less about the difficulty of talking and more just like you are having to over-explain yourself, that you don't want that just anybody, you want that guy because he looks like he needs disciplinary action, and I mean, who doesn't? You know? Yeah,
Look, I might not be a true Mandalorian, but
you're a Twi'lek.
I'm a Oh, no shit. It's a religion. That's why I suffer the strain. I go into Mandalorian religion too much. Bite my tongue. Then realize discipline. Yes, sorry. And then go back into talking about that.
You make this guy kind of question himself, and he's like, maybe I should adopt Mandalorian. And then he's like, yeah, alright. And then he goes and gets a car and brings me and says, you are to do everything they say, help them with their investigation. Report anything you find. Make sure they don't do anything shifty. And he
Thank
proceeds
you,
to go back to
Captain.
his post. Salutes and leaves. And Carr's just like turns on his heels and looks at Ombach and goes, I fucking hate you.
Why do you hate me? I didn't ask for
You
this.
pointed me out to the fucking officer.
Hate is a very strong emotion there.
Oh my god, don't get me.
And then I walk into the temple.
You what the fuck? Ah!
Oh, don't worry, Car. We still love you.
I mean, Corporal Higgins.
Yeah.
It's just the name I found. God damn it. I'm never gonna understand. It's fucking
I'm sorry, Higgins.
Jesus Christ. Higgins, you
Let-
guys
let-
get
let- let's
inside,
go in,
and the
learn your
door,
lesson. Come
the
on.
door slowly closes behind you. The lights turn on. And just like Higgins dies in this fucking place. I'm just letting you guys know right now. Higgins is gonna die.
What do you say, Corporal?
What about Higgins' family?
Higgins' family is fine. The real
you
Higgins
are
isn't even
someone.
like he's outside asleep.
He was about to transfer.
So what's he gonna tell people when he dies in there, huh?
Imperial registration mistake? I'm free now because I'm dead? I don't know.
I mean, but
Should
Higgins
this
needs this jobs to feed his family.
Oh my god, I'm not going into this with you guys. Fucking
We
hell.
don't just I'm with Higgins on this one. Just don't think about it too
What
hard.
the fuck? Why is no one with me? You're all with Higgins!
I hate to
No,
say
no,
this,
no,
but
no, no.
I have to
I'm with
disagree
you,
with you there. The Imperials were racist bastards. A lot of people would be serving.
Yeah, we can't all be human, Car.
Shall we go down the temple? We'll not worry about this. Okay?
Please, let us go down this temple.
We'll deal with it. We always do.
Dorian will walk into it.
I mean, it works
What's
pretty
this
well.
temple like?
I was lying about the traps, but there might be some.
No, there's most definitely traps.
I mean, probably. This isn't one that we actually explored very often. She identified the time block and then was basically like, hey, we gotta go. And so, yeah, we actually did get a good amount of time to explore this one. So I don't actually know. There could very well be traps. There were traps in some of the other ones. Some of the other ones didn't have traps. I don't know. But for
Think
now,
about who it is tied to, Car. A Mandalorian Jedi.
I know. It kind of scares me.
It should.
What are you trying to say?
That
I mean, there may be
Mandalorians are
less.
highly disciplined, and that the Jedi are also highly disciplined. So someone who is uber disciplined and really good with his hands is probably terrifying at creating fortification.
I mean, I just assume he probably made not traps, but like tests and challenges to test your resolve and your will.
That is a more terrifying thing than I had considered.
I mean, that's all raw discipline on all sides.
Yeah, that's. Oh God, am I even like good enough of a Jedi to make it through here? Chat.
Car, look at me. Look at me.
What? What?
Look at me.
What? What?
I have no force abilities. No force. Literally, Jedi came around once and they were like, "Wow, we've never seen metachlorian counts so low. You will be fine."
I'm surprised you know what metachlorians are.
I was growing up in the Clone Wars era. Thank you very much. I may
Right,
not be.
that's not
I may
like
not look.
passed around information. I'm just saying it's very surprising that you know about metachlorians.
They can't. They dropped by and tested a few of us.
Oh,
The mini Collian.
It's kind of a kicks and giggles thing back then.
okay.
You too can be a Jedi.
But car, look at me.
Looking at you.
You will be fine. Have confidence in the ability that you have, that your master imparted on you, that Thorian has imparted onto you, and the ability to survive for this long. Now, go down there, all together. We're going to deal with whatever's down there. We'll be fine. Okay?
Really glad you'd included the we part of this before just telling me to go down there like some type of imperial.
I'm sorry, I meant to say the
Dousing
we, but it
rod.
doesn't really matter because we're all going together. You will be fine.
Yeah, we got this all covered. We have a Mandalorian, we have a Jedi, and we have a Mystic. And an Ompok.
Yay. I'm included.
Do those things. Right. All right.
Okay.
Jedi training, and
Ready?
he just takes a step around the corner.
And immediately
And
gets nailed by
immediately
like
dies. No. We're gonna go ahead and stop it here for tonight.
That's when we cut to the It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia tile that Car is not fine.
I don't even imagine him dying. I imagine it's more like a frickin' Beskar tipped sledgehammer just launches out of the wall.
Oh my god!
Just right for full body shot.
Just immediately right out the gate.
Mm.
Thorian immediately dead.
Holy shit.